Welcome to GmaGpaAdventures in Springfield, Illinois, as we see the Lincoln Memorial Garden today. It says the garden is open from sunrise to sunset. It says the Lincoln Memorial Garden was envisioned by Mrs. Harriet Knudsen during construction of Lake Springfield in 1930s. She commissioned the garden in 1934. And the garden's been growing according to his path for more than 75 years. Wow. It says walking of dogs is prohibited, so don't bring your dog. Abraham Lincoln spent the first 20 years of his life in the forests of Kentucky and Indiana and then migrated to Illinois. I think we're going to go into the nature center first, but maybe this map shows you the different trails.
I think it said there was 5 miles of walking trails.
5 miles.
Nice, because some of it's right along the water.
Let's go into the nature center and we'll see if there's a gift shop and if there's any kind of maps, or if you need to like maybe download an app on your phone or something. The Illinois Garden Club made this bench, and it has one of Abraham Lincoln's quotes that says, "The better part of one's life consists of his friendships." A. Lincoln.
It says it's a 100-acre site here.
Wow, 100 acres. Wow, this is big. This is cool. This big, giant gray and pink rock. Abraham Lincoln Memorial Garden Club of 1937.
Here's the Nature Center. It's open until 4 p.m. today.
And then you'll just go off to your left there, and there'll be a path down towards the lake.
Okay, thank you.
Awesome.
A lot of cool stuff in this nature center. Lots of books about the outdoors and animal life. Field guides and nature books. Abe Lincoln says, "Whatever you are, be a good one." And in this room, it tells about animals and insects, plants and trees, the wetlands and the food chain. And coming out of the nature center, we're going to turn left and follow this trail out to another part of the trail that's alongside of the lake. So that should be pretty. Some of the trails are sidewalks and some are wood chips. Oh, she told us not to miss this guy.
Oh my goodness.
He's about 9 feet tall.
Who made that?
And this will give you an idea of how big he really is. There's Donna standing in front of him. He is really cool. That's some great work there. This tells about some of the stages of a butterfly. He's growing, trying to metamorphosize. I did it, I'm a butterfly.
She said some of the child artists made these pictures.
Every blade of grass is a study. On this trail, it's wood chips, and then it turns into a grass trail up ahead. And we think we're going to the lake. We think it's taking us closer to a trail by the lake, so we're just kind of exploring. It's very pretty along here. A lot of trees, flowers, and an open meadow over there. And we're going to keep heading this way, and I think I see the lake. Yeah, there's a trail marker here, Redbud Lane. And right now we're on the lake trail. This is really cool. You can hear the waves along the side of the lake. There's an open spot where you can get a really good view of the lake. Some birds flying along there. Really pretty. And over there across the lake is Springfield. We're more in the southeast corner of Springfield. The better part of one's life consists of his friendships. Couldn't ask for a prettier walk right here along the lake. There's a big variety of trees along the trail. The noblest work of God, an honest man. You can tell the greatness of a man by what makes him angry. Be of good cheer, all is well. We walked north along the lake trail, and we're coming to the end of it. I think it's going to curve to the right. And there's an open area here that shows a lot of the lake. And a little area here, kind of like a beach, where you can go down to the water. That's cool. Laughter, the joyous, beautiful, universal evergreen of life. And at the fork here, there's a little bridge, the Jesse Knott's Bridge it says, and a little stream that goes down to the lake. We're on the Bird Cherry Trail right now. The garden is a living memorial to Abraham Lincoln, and it contains plants native to the 3 states that he lived in, Indiana, Kentucky, and Illinois. The trail branches off here, the Walnut Trail to the left, and the Bird Cherry Trail to the right. We're going to go to the left because that'll take us to the farthest point of the garden. And in the end, it is not the years in your life that count, it's the life in your years. Are you impressed with this tree?
I'm impressed. Huge.
Me too. Very impressive. There are a lot of big ones around here. There's all kinds of different plants and flowers in here. So far we've just seen squirrels and birds, but no other animals. All American citizens are brothers of a common country. There's an opening in the trail that goes along the side of the road. A couple of rocks here. Looks like the rock that's at the entrance where we came in. You can go in here and go right onto the trail.
We just came up on this trail to this little bridge that looks kind of cool. We're gonna see if there's any water underneath it. Yeah, there's a tiny bit of water. Not a lot. I see some right there. Okay, this looks like it goes straight up. It says, determine that the thing can and shall be done, and then we shall find the way. A. Lincoln. And this is where the trail came out at, right where we started.
We're getting ready to install a children's woodland garden.
Oh.
In this area, all the way around here up to the, like where the troll is.
Oh, yeah.
And so we're just starting fundraising on that and doing the drawings. We have a landscape architect working on the drawings with us, so we're going to incorporate all this.
Oh, neat.
That's going to be neat.
We're very excited. Yeah, the Garden Clubs of Illinois, which are based up in Chicago, gave us some starting funds, so we're very excited to get going on it.
So this will eventually be a children's garden area in here. So that'll be cool. We'll have to come back and see that. We walked to the top of the gardens, the far north, and now we're walking down to the south. And you see different things on different trails. There's a variety of different trees and flowers and plants. It looks like another bridge up ahead. I think we're getting near the end of the southern part of this property, and we're going uphill. Not sure what that is. There's a little circle there you can sit in. The Boy Scouts and Girl Scouts come out here a lot.
Just that they come out here with their leaders a lot, walk the trails, figure out what trees they are, like name the trees.
This is a great place for a nature walk. And like I say, lots of different plants and trees to identify, and I'm not too good at identifying them. I just enjoy looking at them. Love these bridges. There's quite a bit of water under this one.
Oh yeah.
We're right here, about number 11, by the lake shore, and we're going to go around here and look at the Ostermeyer Prairie Center. There's a squirrel. There's a bigger bridge coming up, the biggest one we've seen so far. Looks like a more traditional bridge, not made out of the logs like the others. We're a little higher up here and we're over more water. Yeah, Donna noticed there's a little dam right there. Looks man-made. And that's going right out to the lake. Oh, this is really pretty here too. Looks like some trees have fallen. Government of the people, by the people, for the people shall not perish from the earth. And we found a spot going down by the lake that has some actual steps and a sign up here, a little placard, and that's a really cool tree there. This tree has been here since 1787. The National Arborist Association and the International Society of Agriculture jointly recognize this significant tree in this bicentennial year as having lived here at the time of the signing of our Constitution. Up there is the furthest north point, and we're all the way down here now. There's that really cool tree. It's amazing that was here at the time of the signing of the Constitution. And this is called the historic Chinquapin oak, or maybe it's historic Chinquapin oak. Not sure if I'm saying that right, but it is definitely historic. And this says the Prairie Center is to the right. People are just about as happy as they make up their minds to be. Some different plants down here too. And we came out of the tree line, and here's the Prairie area. And we're going to go off to the left to see if we can get to the pond. But there is a trail that goes that way into the Prairie. There's a picnic area, and there's the pond over there. You could drive down this way and park and come up here and have a picnic. I remember my mother's prayers, and they have always followed me. There's an old bridge over there. We're going to walk across that. This bridge is kind of cool. It curves around. It's not just a straight bridge.
I just walked into a spider web.
Oh, well, thanks for going first. And there's 2 turtles on the end of that branch there. There's a little turtle all covered up in the water too. They teach hope to all, despair to none. And this is another bridge that goes over the pond. And they call this the wildlife viewing area at the Ostermeyer Pond. As we walk over the bridge, there's this curved area with bench seats all along it. It's kind of interesting. This is really pretty right here. Curves all the way around, kind of in a half circle on the edge of the pond, and that's going to take us up to the parking lot over here. We're headed down Shady Lane. We're going to take a left and then go back to the parking lot.
Landscape architect Jensen's plan for the garden included large granite boulders at each of the 3 entrances. It took 3 trips to bring them all to the garden. There's a lady standing on them. 1937.
And here are the boulders at the 3rd entrance that we've seen. This is what I'd call the south entrance. We parked at the middle, and there were boulders at the north. Disappointed we haven't seen a snake today. Donna's not disappointed. We can't both have our way. And across the road from the entrance is a big open field. They have a stage over there. They do have a fall festival and other events. And there's parking over there. There's plenty of room to host whatever events they want to have.
Thanks for watching. Make sure you comment, like, and subscribe. And what did you think about today?
I really liked it here. The Lincoln Memorial Garden is really pretty. Lots of trails. It's nice that it's by the lake. Just, it was a lot of fun.
Yeah, and if you think you won't get a workout, you get a workout.
You get a workout. Yeah, we got lots of steps in today.
Make sure you bring your bug spray though. So thanks for watching. Stay tuned. We'll have more adventures on the way.